everyone! Welcome back to our weekly Fire Finance videos. I'm Audiam.
I'm Claire.
And today we'll be talking about the SRS,
Supplementary
Retirement Scheme. Well, the Singapore government actually started the SRS in order to complement our Central Provident Fund, which is the CPF. So it's in order to help Singaporeans meet their retirement needs. But unlike CPF, the participation for the SRS is entirely voluntary. So the scheme is actually designed to be an effective tax relief tool while saving up for your retirement.
So think of it as a bank account where you can put money in there, but you cannot withdraw it until you are 62. And you can put there's a limit to how much you can put there every year, and whatever amount you put there every year, you get some tax rebates, right? Is that how it works?
Correct.
Okay, I'll let you go with the details.
So simply put, right, the amount that you contribute into your SRS will be excluded from taxes! So for locals and PRs, there's a contribution cap of $15,300, and for foreigners, this amount will be $35,700. For example, someone is earning $100,000, okay? We have Mr. Bear, okay, my friend. He's earning $100,000 a year. And then he will be paying basically 6% on the entire $100,000 income earned. But the good news is, Mr. Bear decides to open an SRS account and he contributes the maximum amount of $15,300. So basically, what is the income taxable at this point? It is $100,000 minus $15,300, which comes about to $85,000. So basically, you get to save some of your income from taxes.
Instead of paying 6% on 100k, now he just pays 6% on 85k.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yay for Mr. Bear!
And then what happened to the remaining 15k?
The remaining 15k will basically be put into your SRS account, right? But then it will it also compounds at an interest of 0.05% per annum. You must be thinking, like that only like so little, and I agree. But right, you can use the amount in your SRS to invest into a variety of like platforms. For example, stocks, bonds,
That's why I am quite a big fan of SRS. My SRS account is kosong right now because I invest everything away already.
Correct, yeah. So it really helps you to diversify, like, you know, your capital, and then at the same time it helps you save on taxes. So I feel like that's a very plus point, especially for our big income earners. So I understand, right, that most of us have that $1 million dream. So for like me also, okay, I also had a $1 million dream. Yay! So SRS,
so freaking bad.
So because we have that $1 million dream, right, SRS is a very effective tool to help us achieve at least 40% of this $1 million dream, which is equivalent to $400,000. You must be thinking, why $400,000? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you. My first step was to go to a local bank. So you go to DBS, UOB and OCBC.
Bank of China cannot.
No, sorry, cannot. That one not local bank. Cannot also, sorry.
Citibank?
Sorry, cannot.
All cannot.
So take note.
Only Singapore local banks.
Correct. So UOB, DBS, OCBC. Correct. So I actually prefer using DBS because I can do it online and I can open the account within 5 minutes. Whereas for the, I think OCBC and UOB, you can't do that yet. But you know, millennial like me, I cannot wait, I cannot queue up. I just
take queue number. You go there, take queue number. Save entry.
And then you don't know whether how long the queue, whether not. I think everybody now will prefer to do online. All internet banking also, you know, everything is now online. So DBS can do that. But I would like you to take note that you can only have one SRS operator at any one time. So you cannot open with DBS, cannot open with UOB and OCBC all at the same time. But only one, okay? So choose. And then my second step for my SRS journey will be to begin with the end in mind, which is to achieve $400,000 by the time I'm 62 years old. Why 62 years old? Basically, this is the age where I can withdraw funds from my SRS without incurring any taxes on the withdrawal. Correct. So I'm going to give you another example, okay? Let's say I start contributing $5,400 a year, and then I contribute this amount for 15 years until the time I am 40 years old. So by 40, I would have contributed $86,000. assuming that I'm getting 5% returns, right, this amount will be compounded to $134,000. Okay, I hope you guys can follow me, okay?
So from 86k compounded at 5% over 15 years, now the amount is 134,000.
Yes.
Okay, then what are you going to do with the 134,000?
Okay, so this amount, I'm going to just leave it there now. I'm going to stop contributing to my SRS, okay? No more contributions.
Okay.
You must be thinking, why? I haven't even reached $400,000 because I will let my SRS account compound further at 5%. Yup. And then my last step will be to look at my account value when I am 62 years old. And then once we calculated this value, it comes out to $411,000. So by 62, just nice, I hit my 400,000 mark. So earlier on, we also promised you like why $400,000 is such a significant number. Well, because once you hit 62, you only get taxed on half of your withdrawals. So only half of your withdrawals from your SRS account, right, will be subjected to taxes payable. So additionally, you also need to withdraw over 10 years.
Okay, so if I have 400,000 and I withdraw it equally over 10 years, that will give me...
Okay, let's ask our viewers. Okay.
What's the answer? My answer is $40,000.
Yes, correct. So basically every year I'll be withdrawing $40,000. So how much is taxed from this $40,000? Okay, think. If half of this amount is taxed, it will be $20,000. And according to the IRA's tax bracket, right, if you want to withdraw without having your funds subjected to taxes, your chargeable income needs to be $20,000 maximum. So that's why $40,000 withdrawal every year is just nice because only
assuming that you're retired at that point and you have no other income lah.
Yes.
Yeah, if let's say at that point you have like you already earned at 62, you know, you're still doing some kind of side job and then you earn 20,000 as a part time, that will still be taxable. So it'll be 20,000 plus 20,000, then you will still be taxed at 40,000.
Yes.
Yeah, so ideally at 62, we wish that you are fired and you don't need to work anymore. Then this money, then you don't have to pay tax.
Yeah. So the main goal in mind is that by 62, your SRS account should just nice be around $400,000. Yeah, plus minus a bit. Actually, must be plus a bit okay lah. But 400,000 is the safe. That's why it's so significant because you don't want to incur any more taxes above $20,000 because then you'll be subjected to taxes. So keep that in mind. So the next portion is we're going to address some considerations about SRS. So we understand that some of you may be concerned about future tax rates because there is no guarantee that the tax rates in the future will remain the same as it is today. But I feel like the main lesson here is that the more you earn, the more it will make sense for you to, you know, contribute to SRS.
And actually, if anything, tax rates most likely will go up rather than down,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
That's what I think so too.
So if that's gonna be the scenario, then it makes even more sense to contribute to your SRS.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Secondly, would be about the age that you want to retire at. So I know many of you must be thinking, only withdraw at 62 years old, like, what if I want to, you know, fire in my 30s or 40s and, you know, retire by then?
Yeah, I cannot touch the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, everybody's talking about lock-in period. But I say, okay, you want to fire your 30s and 40s, go ahead. Nobody is stopping you. If you can do it by then, kudos to you, really. I applaud you. However, I have a question. Will it hurt to have an added safety net? I don't think so. Because even though that you want to fire earlier, right, and you can do so, but it's always better to have contingency plans in place. Yeah.
Why if you fire at 30, then you haven't 60 years, so you finish up all your fire money already. Then here got backup money ready for you to withdraw. Yeah, that could work also, right?
Always better to think ahead and be safer lah. Yeah, I agree. So that's why I still feel that SRS is good for everyone to have, you know. And then you might be assuming that, you know, there might be a lock-in period and you can only withdraw at 62 years old. But this isn't necessarily the case lah. Just to clarify, if you want to withdraw before your retirement years, you are free to do so. But you have to pay 5% penalty and you will incur taxes on whatever amount you wish to withdraw. Yes, there are some exceptions. For example, if you have medical reasons, then you will not have to have this penalty lah. Correct. But we really encourage you to not withdraw before 62 unless you really have a very good reason to do so.
Let's say I am jobless but I have money in my SRS.
Yeah.
Jobless, then I have no income. I can technically withdraw 10,000 without being taxed, right? Because 10,000 is being treated as 10,500, right? With the 5% penalty, right?
Understand.
So that is still under 20,000, so I won't be taxed, right? Yeah. So
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
that's a way to look around.
Yeah,
Some
in the
people
event
go,
you have a bad year like COVID year, no income for a year, I guess
Correct.
the SRS could serve as something you can draw money out for.
I guess it's as long as it's below $20,000.
Yeah, just don't forget to account for the 5%.
Yeah, correct. And I still feel like no matter what, safer you do. Okay, just leave it there as like, let it invest, let it grow at its own time. Only if you're really, really emergency, just for emergencies, then sure, close one eye, okay? Yeah. And then you must be thinking also like, what are the returns like? So, when your money sits in SRS, right, you earn 0.05% per annum. But that's why, don't leave it there like that.
Like be like me, make it kosong.
correct.
Kosong your SRS account.
Distribute it, yeah. You can invest the money and then it will allow you to get higher returns, so you don't really have to like worry about your money being eroded like by inflation. So some primary investment vehicles will include mutual funds, aka unit trusts, and then you also have stocks and single premium endowment plans. If you're not too sure where to start, reach out to us.
Especially me, my SRS kosong already.
This is her area of expertise, yeah. So, and also please take note that if you were to receive dividends, right, based on your investments, it will be channeled into your SRS account, not into your pocket, okay?
And
so
still cannot take out.
Yeah, still cannot take out, correct. Okay, don't come and chase us, say, I never get my dividend. Okay, I tell you now, yeah. So you can really use SRS to invest in a myriad of investment opportunities, and rest assured, your money will not be sitting in there just earning 0.05% per annum, like the song did, yeah. To recap, SRS will help you save on taxes, and secondly, your money is not locked in, but there will be a 5% penalty if you want to withdraw before 62 years old. And thirdly, you can invest the money in your SRS, and you can choose whatever amount you want to invest into, Yeah, it's very flexible, I would say. And to conclude finally, with SRS, you can achieve 40% of your $1 million dream. But what about the remaining 60%? We have yet to address that. And there are other instruments such as CPF and cash investments that can actually help you to achieve the remaining $600,000 shortfall. So stay tuned for more updates from Andy as well as Claire, and then we will explain to you in detail how to achieve this $1 million dream in our next few videos as well. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Don't forget to
Like and subscribe.